What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Second Passport. Today, we are going to cover how much I spend here in Ecuador. And as you can see, I consider myself a pretty simple guy. There's obviously a lot of people that live way more posh than I do. So, I mean, let's take a look, right? But first of all, I've started to hear this on the internet again. You know, for one person even, or for a couple, 500, 600 a month. That's insanity. Yes, you can do that down here in Ecuador, but usually not at the standard of living of a North American. Let's put it that way. For instance, I live near this restaurant I really like. It's a chain down here called El Español. And there I can buy like a chicken salad, something like that, for 4.25. And that's a great dinner for me, kind of a lighter dinner. For lunch, if I don't feel like cooking, to give you an idea, one of my favorite dishes down here, something you should definitely try, is like an encocado de camarón, like a shrimp coconut curry, Ecuador style. And it's not spicy, but you can add your spice to it. This would be like at a place I like down here in the Quito area, about $7, $6.50 to $7 for the plate. Everything you're looking at there with the rice and the plantains, of course, and obviously the freshly cooked shrimp. Okay, so I would like to uncover the truth here and kind of fade out the lies that you may have been hearing online and just the misleading part of 500-600 bucks a month. How much do I spend? Simple guy, rarely buy new clothes, stuff like that. You know, and I don't even have a car at the current time. I have had 3 different cars in Ecuador since I've lived here, sold them all. I currently don't have a car. That's what's beautiful about Ecuador. You don't really need a car, which, in my opinion, you save a lot on the licensing and registration, which is like 200 bucks a year for a small car. Obviously, the car insurance is a good $50-$60 a month. You better have that down here in Ecuador. I've seen so many car crashes, it's crazy. And the gas is obviously cheaper, about $1.50 a gallon, but you know it's still a cost. But all those costs you can avoid, parking costs if you live in the city. So I just get around with taxi apps, you know, like ones I've mentioned in previous videos, like InDriver and even Uber. The rent I pay is 500 a month. I do believe that often it depends, you know, as a real estate guy. I do think you should own what you can rent and rent where you live. So I do still kind of live by that because rents are pretty cheap in Ecuador, right? And I live in a pretty nice place. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, smallish but newer construction condo in a high rise at the moment. For 500 a month, I pay about 25 bucks in utilities, which is pretty cheap. That's electricity and water, and the what I pay in the 500 bucks is included the association fee for the building. The building itself has a gym and it's pretty nice. And there is no gas because the water is heated, and so is the stove with electricity. And excuse me, the gas is lined in, and it's included in the association fee that the owner pays. I don't pay it. The internet I pay is 22 bucks a month for an unlimited plan. Usually it's about 10 Mbps, if you know what that means as far as speed. Not that fast, but not too bad either. The food, all right, this is an interesting topic. Obviously, if you're vegetarian or vegan, sure, you can eat for a lot less than I do because you pretty much have to cook in all the time, which I often don't, right? So, you know, I pay about 150 bucks in groceries every 2 weeks. For me, my wife, right? 2 people. And I eat out about once a day, just out and about. I'm not a big fan primarily of doing dishes. Cooking, I don't mind, but I really don't like doing dishes. So I do eat out about, and it's cheap in Ecuador, so I eat out about once a day, not gonna lie. And so, you know, a $10 budget after you're leaving a dollar or two tip or whatever is about reasonable. So instead of, you know, undercutting it like a lot of these people on the internet do, I'm trying to, you know, kind of overcut it a little bit. So I spent about 600, considering that I spend about $10 out on stuff every day, and $300 in groceries for me and my wife. In a month, that's about $600 a month. Transport, figure maybe $5 a day. You're going one place and kind of nearby and back. At that, 250. Cab rides. I'm not saying you go somewhere every day. Maybe some days you go two, three places, but that's an okay, reasonable amount. You're not going anywhere long distance for that price a month. Health insurance, most expats down here pay about $80 a month, as do I. Like I have a small dog, and she consumes about $20 a month. Dog food is more expensive down here, and especially the better stuff. Like there's really cheap stuff, and I wouldn't give my dog that. I don't trust it. Stuff. So all in all, I spend about $1,400 a month here for me and my wife, and that's pretty bare bones. That's like doing nothing for fun. That's pretty low. I didn't include any other side stuff that I might be doing. So like the bare base of what I'm spending down here is like $1,400 a month, and I don't really drink that much. Obviously, that would be a huge expense if I did, or smoke, another huge expense. So I mean, the bare bones, like super bare, $1,400 a month. Sure, if you don't eat out at all, maybe you can eliminate $300 off that. And if you don't have a dog or health insurance, sure, you can get that down to your bare bones, like bare bones for one or maybe two people, a couple, 1,000 a month. But that I don't see anybody almost beating that. That would be tough, right? That's almost doing nothing, eating in always, not eating meat, and yeah, you can find a rent for 100-200 bucks, but most of us North Americans will not find those places acceptable, right? So you're probably looking at 300-400, but probably closer to $500 rent. So that's it. I try to keep it real with this video as far as how much I spend so that you're not misled. I'm Mr. Second Passport. If you like this, click the button below to subscribe, the red one, and also click the like button. It helps the channel expand. Take care.